Welcome everybody, rtlusso here. Welcome to my channel rtlusso Guitar, where I review and attempt to talk about and play guitar. And today we're going to be looking at this G510T, G410T, sorry I get confused with all these numbers, and I will be unboxing a G5420T during this video, and hopefully I'll get to play it and compare it to this guitar. This is the Tri-5 minus the scratch plate. What I did to this guitar, I've done the usual upgrades. I always change the bridges to the rocking bar, and it's nickel plated brass, and I get these from Thomann Music. I'll do a link in the description below. But the other thing I did was change the pickups, and wasn't happy, and eventually I put a Brian Setzer signature in the bridge, and it's got a Gretsch high sensitive in the neck. Now these Brian Setzer pickups are, I think they're 6.2 k ohms output. They've got slightly messed with it. I think the description, it's more of an over the top TV classic with more punch and mid-ranges and stuff like that, which would explain one of the reasons why, for me, it's a great pickup, but I don't get the twang that I like out of it. It's more woolly at the bottom end. Let's put it actually directly to the Setzer pickup here. Yeah, lovely sounding pickup. I'm not blacklisting them. TV Jones makes great pickups. But recently I've been playing one of the crafted in China G5 420s with the new FT5E pickups, and only this morning, and if you've watched my last discussion on the anniversary model where I'd put a different nut in it, I've made a proper bone nut for it, I mentioned the fact I've been playing these two guitars. I'm kind of liking the sound of the FT5Es. They suit my style, but let me know what you think. But yeah, let's just play some open chords because it's the best way to get an idea of what these sound like. So just G. E minor. Great sounding pickup, but again it's a little bit woolly on the bottom end for me. And one of the reasons I got the pickup, like many of us, you read about them and you think, well, this is going to be, it's louder, it's going to improve it. I originally put it in my Black Phoenix, and why did I take it out? Because I lost some of that sort of single coil twang that you can get out of Filtertrons. It doesn't seem to have that, and it's supposed to have a little bit more clarity, whether that's for like finger picking and stuff, but I just wasn't really hearing it. And for 150 to 60 pounds, it's quite a lot of money to shell out, I think. And like I say, the FT5Es, I think they're Korean made pickups. They've really got their act together. So yeah, I'll be doing a proper discussion on this and the rat rod, which I put some P90s in, and we'll compare the two guitars, because essentially they're the same. But yeah, if you're thinking of getting one of these pickups, I'd just give it some thought and check it out. And of course everybody's going to say TVs, get the TV, get the Brian Setzer, because you know he's an icon, isn't he, of the Gretsch guitar, and rightly so. No slouch on the guitar. I've got a feeling that these pickups would be better in the full thickness Gretsch. I think they're voiced for that, and maybe that's why it's sounding a bit woolly in this guitar, because this is the 2.5 inch depth body. It could be that. There's lots of factors here at play, but let's get on with unboxing this guitar. So I'll just put this down for a second, excuse me. So yeah, here she is. I originally bought the first G5420 I bought was the orange stain, and then I found out they'd done the anniversary model, which is behind me, and I saw that and I thought that's such a cool colour. So I sent the orange stain back, bought the anniversary one, really happy. Then I saw the walnut stain and I just thought it's such a beautiful guitar, being a George Harrison fan and a fan of the old Tennesseans, that in, you know, those sort of colours. So I got that guitar, and one of my subscribers was into it, and he was a bit reluctant to buy a guitar online, because I played it, reviewed it, and he said, you know, we came up with a deal, he bought it off me, and I kind of regretted it, so I've bought another one. This time I've bought a B stock. So let's just get this thing open. From Bax Music, who I bought the anniversary model from them, and they've got such a great customer service. So I had a look on their page, and they've got this B stock one massively reduced at I think $475, and I spoke to them about it. I actually phoned them up, and they said it'd been sent back. The guy had some issue with the tuning or something like that, couldn't get it to stay in tune, but that's what happens when you get a brand new guitar, it takes a bit of a while. So let's see how a B stock, and going back to B stock, it doesn't mean that it's a factory second, and in this case it's just a return, and he assured me it's absolutely spotless. There's a little swirl where there's been a strap put on it. So let's begin the unboxing. These are really well packaged, by the way, and it came with another outer box. So there's the neck and the headstock protector. Wow, man. Let's just get that out of the way. And it looks like, well, obviously they've repackaged it with the original packing. It's always a smile-worthy moment when it's new guitar day, whether it be a B stock. Wow. And there she is, G5420T, in the beautiful walnut colour, which is like a rich glass of Rioja or Malbec. Beautiful thing. And Sam, I think it was, from Bax, he'd played this guitar, and he'd looked at it, he dealt with the return, and he assured me it's perfect, and he played it and tuned it up and everything. So let's see. Yeah, it's out of tune, but let's plug it in. Let's get a strap on it to start with. I'm not seeing any marks on it whatsoever. There's a little bit of a fingerprint there. But it's a beautiful looking guitar. Check it out. I mean, I love these Electromatics. I think they're fantastic. So, excuse me while I faff this. but I'm not going to start playing a guitar without a strap. That's one side done. I'm really interested to see how this sounds compared to the G510 with the Setzer hot rod, or Setzer signature pickup, because that's 6.2 k-ohms output, whereas these FT5Es are, I think, 4.9. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. We have ignition. Get a tuner on it. I'm not one of these YouTubers that will start editing it and tune it. You're just going to have to deal with me tuning it up. And these way sharp. In my other video I said stretch them out on the 9th fret. Still sharp. Sharp, sharp, way sharp. I'm sure you'll be able to hear that straight away, that there's more clarity here. There's more of a three-dimensional sort of, clarity to these pickups and this guitar. This is trestle braced, of course, which will be adding something to the party. But I had that pickup in a Black Phoenix, which is also trestle braced, and I found it to be a bit woolly. So you decide, let me know what you think. But here she is. This is a B-stock G5420T in walnut, and I'm looking at it so far. Like all of them, the consistency and build and quality of these guitars is excellent. Let me tell you a bit about it. Laminated maple. I'm not sure whether it's 3 or 5 pieces here. I would assume it's 3 because it's trestle braced. And the reason they were 5 and 6 ply in the past was to reduce the chances of them feeding back. They made the top and the back thicker. So with the trestle bracing, would they really need to do that? I have mentioned that before. Who knows? But and there's room for adjustment on these pickups. The pole pieces are quite wound way down. The neck pickup is quite low, so there's, let's have a listen to it in the neck. Yeah, that needs to go up, so. Yeah, she's out of tune, but I'd expect that from a guitar straight out the box. And with the new bone tusk nut by Graphtec, which I found on the anniversary, I had to replace it because it was just way too tight. And I said in that, if you're making thousands and thousands of nuts all the same, sooner or later it's not going to work out on every guitar because of the difference between where the Bigsby's put. It might be a gnat's whisker out. There's all sorts of factors. Where the bridge is pinned as well, if it's slightly out, you know, not that it's not to cause a problem. The bridge. So I think that's all she wrote on this one, because I'm going to sort of check it out, come back and play it properly once I've bed the strings in properly and had a look at this nut. But thanks for dropping by. Be subscribed, let me know what you think, and coming up next, when it arrives, I'll be unboxing and playing a Vox Super Mini Beetle. Really exciting stuff with this guitar. So being from the Merseyside, which I am, it'll be Beatlemania time. Not that I'm going to start playing any Beatles songs. So that's it from me today. Take care, stay cool, and I'll talk to you soon.